Hey Libras, what's going on? So we're going to delve right into it and see what's going on for the month of September. But just a little disclaimer, Archangel Michael is really honest, really straight to the point today. And also, read the disclaimer below, okay? I wrote it to save the time for the video. So Libra, this fell out the deck immediately. Queen of Cups and a Two of Cups, which makes Three of Cups. So like a reunion of some sort. Someone may be trying to communicate with you or reach out to you, but there may be a block of some sort. So it could be involuntary block, like by choice. This could be someone like from your past. Um, it could be that's the case as well. And some of you are like focusing on your partnerships. Some of you may be dealing with a water sign as well, or they could have water in their charts. But just showing compassion and being sincere to people, coming from a place of humility and being humble. So humbling yourself, that comes up. So Libras, let's just take a look to see what's coming up for you guys for the month of September. Libras, the world. So someone that had a big impact on your world or someone at a distance. It could be that maybe there's some stressors, okay? It could be maybe you get wind of something, but for some of you, it could be like insomnia, sleepless nights. But I feel like this is some concern around something, okay? And it could be tied to your past because you do have the World card here. For some of you, you are entering a new beginning, and for some of you, turning a new leaf, okay? The High Priestess card, you may have your suspicions around something, or you may be quietly, patiently observing and watching things go down. And it may be really a good month to just listen. You may have people gravitate towards you and want to speak to you about different things and purge and talk. So it could be that as well. Maybe people are seeking out your advice. Maybe they're concerned and worried about something. And it could be at a distance with the World card here, or it could be someone that maybe has a big impact or had a big impact on your world. But there is a shift. There is a change of events here with the High Priestess and the World, taking on a tone of like just being reserved, because when other things around you may seem amplified, this is a good time to be still and sit quiet, and quiet the mind. But some of you may have like your questions or concerns around something. You have the Death card, so endings, right? We were just speaking about a new beginning, so you have the Death and the World, major shift, major transformation. Okay, when it comes down to it, you have the Seven of Pentacles. That's the challenge. So focusing and contemplating, where do you want to put your efforts? What are you aligning yourself with? What is your next step? What are you going to do? Do I continue to focus on this area, or am I focusing here? So like really, what is this, assimilating, like really just getting organized. Oh, that's one thing that's coming up. And yes, rearrangements. So you're making some rearrangements for something. You have the Hierophant card at the bottom. So subconsciously, there is like deep discussions, clarity. Sometimes this comes up as counseling or school or, work related. So wanting to take something serious subconsciously, where wanting to do what's right, but on the surface, it may feel like things are happening outside of the realm of your control, okay? Or putting an end to things where now you feel more content at the base level, okay? So having like a really deep conversation. Oddly, when I said that, you have the Hermit card. And this talks about soul searching, So really going within, doing some reflection, trying to sort things out, trying to figure some things out, okay? And I get that that is what you are trying to do. You have in your desire card the Moon card. Some of you are like, this is like a passing phase, a passing energy. But your desire is wanting to come out of this. Maybe you want some clarity in a situation. Maybe you want to know, okay, I want to know what really happened, what's going on. But the Moon card comes up as some of you, it may be sadness, sorrow, depression, even. Maybe there's a block, like a creative block of some sort, or there is like some sort of like moodiness. I'm seeing the moon as literally a mood for the month of September. So I feel like for some of you, it could be like feeling down about something that is like either monetary, either like financial aspects, something in connection to finances, something that maybe you worked hard on or you put energy into, or you know, something you thought you had or something you wanted. I feel like wanting results. And so for some of you, the desire with the moon card is wanting to clear any blockages, any challenges that you may have had. The Queen of Pentacles, you're focusing on being grounded. You're focusing on the home and creating that foundation and creating a place, a level of where you are comfortable and content. Again, I go back to that. So the Queen of Pentacles, right? You be mindful of that, because there may be an essence of like someone giving too much, and you want to just make sure that people don't overstep, and you just want to be really. I see you being really gentle about your possessions or what you have, and I'm seeing that. I'm seeing like some tenderness, and there's an element with the Queen of Pentacles. You know, this person will share. This person works hard, you know, at what they want or what they want to attain. But there's an essence of there too, like some nostalgia. Oddly, you know, you have the Six of Cups. Again, when I get her looking at this Queen of Pentacles, is looking at that pinnacle of nostalgia, the reminiscent energy, in a state of wonderment. And you have the Six of Cups. You see yourself. Some of you may be going through down memory lane. Okay. Again, remember when I said someone from your past. Okay. It could be that maybe they're trying to reach out to you. Okay. And there is a challenge here. There is something blocking. Maybe you feel like something is stopping something from growing or being taken to the next level or taken to the next step. There's an element there. And, you know, creativity. Be creative. Think outside the box. Be resourceful, and lean on people that is closest to you during this month. Okay, so now you have the Four of Cups. So there is something ain't right. It's sitting right on top of the Six of Cups. But maybe someone around you is being stubborn. Maybe you get news of this. Maybe you find out. Maybe someone is handing you something, or you hear something, or something is happening that is not sitting right with you. Maybe you're not in agreement with something totally, you know. Maybe there's a discrepancy of some sort. But the Four of Cups talks about there's someone either maybe emotionally unavailable or physically unavailable, or, you know, have this stubbornness to them, or maybe they're upset, maybe they're angry. It could be you. It could be energy that was circulating around you as well. But that's what comes up with the Four of Cups. And your hopes and fears is the Wheel of Fortune. This is hoping that things will change. And of course, you're hoping for that it change for the better. Any delays that you had is just like, I want to clear it up. You know, I want to know what's going on, and I want it to be fixed. I want a turn of events for the good. And I feel like that's what's happening. And your fear, of course, is not wanting to feel stuck, not wanting to feel complacent. But you have the Justice card here. So there may be some legal matters. There may be some things pending against you. You may have felt like there was an injustice of some sort. And I feel like this is karmic. Okay, so karma comes around with the Justice card. So be mindful of your karma. Be mindful of how you treated people. What goes around comes around. Okay, and this is what's happening in the month of September. So really be clear. I feel like you guys are trying to be that you have a decision to make, and you are also trying to have more balance into your life with the Justice card. You may be signing like legal papers or documents, or you may be researching and trying to delve deep into something. Okay, maybe you want more information, maybe you want access to more information. Okay, and there may be like a final call around something. So let's see what's happening. But it's also interesting how you come up in your own reading, right? And so the Justice card comes up with Three of Swords because there is some heartache, there's some sadness, there's some separation, there's some sorrow of some sort. There maybe have like been a painful decision that someone had to make. Maybe it was you, maybe it was someone around you. Maybe there was a breakup. Maybe there was some remorse here with the Three of Swords. Okay, maybe there was like a rainy day and a difficult situation that you had to get through. Here with the Justice card, okay? So, you know, with pain, there's gain, but I feel like for some of you, there was some pain with the Three of Swords, okay? Maybe this is disappointing news. Maybe this is discouraging news, okay? But for some of you, it could also be that feeling like there was a decision that was made, and not really liking what was, I guess, made against you. Maybe it was unfair. Maybe you felt like it was unfair treatment, unfair decision, unfair verdict. You know, I'm hearing that with the Three of Swords. But again, this is a general reading. Maybe it won't apply to all of you, but it does come out, and it could just be fair. Okay, that's why I want you to read the disclaimer, because it comes up in your thoughts as well. You have swords here. This is also making a head or heart decision, maybe around an agreement. Maybe you want to sever ties around an agreement that you are in. That comes up, or a partnership, or a business, okay, or something that you were working on. I keep flip-flopping the cards, but that is just what's coming up for you guys. Maybe this is around something that you got into in the past, okay? Now, you do. I mean, the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands tells me it's not all bad, right? You have an opportunity. Something's being handed to you, and so that looks good, okay? So if you focus more moving forward, okay? Try not to focus on like the situation at hand so much, and just focus and let things happen naturally, okay? And I feel like when that happens, it's like the universe hands you this opportunity, he hands you this blessing, and you know, this is what it is. So the Ace of Wands comes in. Maybe you get that burst, maybe you get that inspiration, okay? And I feel like maybe the Justice card for some of you is overpowering, okay? And being the ruler of the Three of Swords energy, okay? And that's why the scales is in this card. You guys, you know, you want things to be fair. You want a balance of things, and there needs, let me say that, there needs to be a balance of things. This is not something that comes easy, because the Justice card, you know, you suit up and you show up, okay? And you're going to have some tough decisions to make. You're going to have some situation that arise where you may have to think quick on your feet. But this is what comes up when a Justice card is here, especially here with the Three of Swords. It may not be all easy. Okay, but there's a release that happens with the Three of Swords, and the Justice card comes because there's a learning process. You know, let me see. So there's an element of growing pains, and for some of you, maybe that's just exactly what it is, right? So that is what I'm feeling for you guys. Let's see what comes up with the card for you. Look at this. Moon card want to come out again. Do not focus too much on this moon energy. There may be something that you may be waiting on. Maybe you want something to come to light. Maybe something did come to light, okay? I feel like there was like a hidden unknown factor perhaps, okay? So let's just see. Maybe you were waiting to see how things were going to play out. Or maybe something unexpected happened you have to attend to. So now for Libras, let's see what's going on with this card for you guys for the month of September. Archangel Michael, what's the message for Libras? I'm waiting for a card to pop out, guys. Bear with me, okay? I was in the zone for a minute, but I just have a feeling this is going to be so good for you guys. So, yeah, there we go. Divine. Ooh. All right, that card just want to go. Like, I don't know where it want to go, but it just wants to go. So we are using the Magnum Oracle. Bear with me, okay? I have to get the card, guys. We are going to be reading from the book, so give me some patience. All right, so Divine Order. Let's take a look at what it says. And, you know, this goes back to me saying, like, you know, letting things happen naturally. Oh, my goodness. Let me see where this card is at. So, you may be inadvertently sinking into depression because you believe the world around you is in disarray. With all its suffering, destruction, and war, the world can seem like a woeful place. Yet, as the saying goes, there is a time and a purpose for everything under heaven. Everything serves a purpose and has a reason for being, otherwise, that thing would not exist. Life is like a divine tapestry. Each thread is vital to the overall picture. However, being a divine tapestry, the overall design only begins to make sense when viewed from a higher perspective. Believing that things are not the way they should be only serves to keep you disappointed, angry, and fearful. Divine order is visible, but it is only visible through the perspective of love. Just as the true purpose of things can only be known by the light of your soul, your world doesn't need saving. It just needs to be loved. Okay, very interesting, right? Very interesting card. So not saving, like change of perspective, it needs love in it, And so looking at things from a higher perspective and looking at the overall picture of things like it says, and it may feel like it's in disarray and everything that's going on, it may seem like they said, the world is a woeful place. But there's a need to look from your higher self, okay? And not keep thinking like, okay, well, this thing is not the way it should be, or if you take on that, especially, let's use the tarot, for instance. If you take on that moon energy, things will continue to be dim. If we keep ourselves in that moment, and it's very interesting that the card used the word depression, because the moon does bring up that feeling. It kind of like invokes these emotions in you where maybe you get mixed signals, mixed vibes. You don't know what to think. Okay, what's going on? It's like, okay, so it's a little bit of that energy, but just know that where there is the moon, there at some point is going to be the sun that comes up. And, there's light in our darkest hour. There's a revelation hidden in there somewhere. And so this is the process that you guys have to go through. And so just really trust that process, because it says divine order is visible, but it is only visible through the perspective of love. And so I think that's interesting, because the moon, right, is so dark, but guess what? We can still see it. And so there's a need to give thanks for the things that you can still have awareness of, because that awareness is going to be the very thing to help you, right, when things are happening in divine order. So really, really keep that in mind, guys. It's meant to help you transform, especially because we had that death part, right? So as always, guys, I just want to say thank you so much. I appreciate all my subscribers. Stay tuned for more content. I'm going to be posting up more stuff as we go throughout the month. But as always, I appreciate you guys, and stay blessed. Thank you so, so much.